Hi everyone. So this is going to be a bit of a different video than usual. So what I've done is I've got a load of world-class Pyraminxers to send me some videos of them doing some example solves. So I'm just going to put them all in this video. This is going to be one big video with as many example solves as you could possibly want. I'll do some at the end as well. So I'm just, many example solves in this video. So all the scrambles will be on screen and in the description. So what you should do is, do the scramble, see what you would do, and then see what they would do. And then, that will help you improve your solutions over time. So thanks to everyone who sent me their solves. It's much appreciated. I'm very pleased with this video. So that's all good. And you should go and subscribe to them. All of their channels and everything will be in the description. So definitely go and subscribe to them because they are very good at Pyraminx. So yeah, let's get started.
Okay, tigers and cats giving asked me to do in some example solves, so here we go. First one, this is really nice. I don't know, I guess I just got lucky. What you can do here is, L and then the L4E, or you can just do R prime L R, just like canceling any kind of L4E. I'll actually show that again because that was a little unclear. So the ML3 starts with R prime. So, or starts with an R actually, right? Yeah. Okay. So if it's just like, oh, oops. So it's just like this. You just do another R prime, and then you do the alg. Okay. Good one to start off on. Okay, here we go. Another one, let's see. Okay, here, you can do, see, this is a big block. We're gonna do blue. So, R B prime is gonna set up these two, and these two are gonna be two movements right away. And then it gives you an L3, and you can one look that, so that's why I would do that. If that didn't give me an L3, I probably would not do that solution. Let's see, what can we do here? Okay, there's some good things here. I'd probably there's probably something better, but this is really finger tricky. So I'd say the best way to finger trick this is to start it in home grip. R U prime B. And then I'll go over how to one look this, why not? So these two are gonna stay the same. That one's gonna be flipped. So just based on these three edges. Since you know the location of these three, you could tell that it's going to be R, U prime, R prime, L prime, U prime, L. Okay, let's do a few more. Wow, these are all nice scrambles. Let's see. I feel like I can do something good here, actually. Okay, yeah, so you can do is, this might not be great, but let's see. So you can do U, B, and then that just sets up, like, what is this? Just like one flip, I guess, but it skips last layer. Let's do this here. This is just 3 moves to a 6 move L4E. Alright, well, I think that's good. Maybe you guys learned something. And follow my Twitch, twitch.tv/Ezra Shere. Follow it. Sorry, tigers and cats. You have to put that in the video if you don't want to. Bye.
Hey guys, my name is Jasper Pyraminx from New Zealand. I currently am second in the world. I'd like to thank Edward for having me in the video. And I should probably say right now that I went a little bit over the top with my example solves for this video. I decided to do like 15, and Edward was nice enough to give us quite a lot of freedom, so he just said to like make it between like 3 and 6 minutes, I think. So I'm just gonna go through them pretty quickly and show each solution. So the first scramble doesn't look like anything that great, and the V that I decided I could do was red because this edge here can be made into a block like that with one move. And doing that, L prime will move this over here, so you can do a U to pair them up. Then if you go like R prime L to finish the V, then you'll get this. So I just cancel into ML3 like this. Okay, on the second scramble, I did the blue V because here you have this pattern here that sort of looks like an L prime UL, like that. And so I did the L prime, and then I'd held it from here so that once this edge moves up here, I could do a U prime to pair it up with that center. Then once I finish the moves, this edge is solved, and then you get like an easy L3, so it looks like this. On the third scramble, I saw quickly that you could do like U prime R on this to make this block, and then move it up to get a pseudo V, which is like this case. So I just did ML3, which is quite a good solution, but I just noticed that there's like a better way of doing the scramble from like a similar angle, because here basically, if you go R prime, then you can do an L prime UL to insert this edge down here and solve this to here. And then you have this, which is basically a cancellation into that. So you can finish off like that. On scramble 4, I did a green V because I saw that I could move this edge to here with a U prime, and that this could move to here with an L prime. So I kind of combined those two and did a Y, so that once this bar gets solved over here, you have like an L3E. And so I did it with the B move execution, and it looks like this. Then you can just finish it off like that. On the fifth scramble, I did red because I see you can move this center down so that you can do a U prime and then an R, and then that basically gives you a V. It gives you this case, but I decided to do an ML3 because it gives you a nice cancel and hold it from here. So I did tips and then R, U prime B, and then here you have this kind of nice sort of ML3 that goes into a lot of the cases at the end that goes like this. Scramble 6 doesn't seem all that special, but what I spotted was another one of those like kind of RUR prime things here. And in this case, I saw this edge could kind of cancel into being inserted. And so basically, if you do that, then you can go U prime, R prime, L prime to solve that, and it just gives you this, which is a good finish. I really like number 7. Basically, you have these two edges here, which allows you to do a kind of nifty trick. So I did tips, then B prime, which solves a TL for EV, and then you get this really, really good case here. Number 8 is kind of neat. Basically, I did a green V, and if you see here, this is kind of like, you can do an L prime UL to solve this to here. And actually what happens if you do that is you end up with this center edge, like one flip 3 mover pattern. So you can do that to finish off your V, and you get a 3 move L3E. Number 9 is one where finding the right angle is really, really helpful. So here you have this, which might remind you of the case from like a couple of solves ago with the one flip thing. And basically, if you start off by doing the L prime, then that moves this edge up to here so that you can solve it in one move like that. Then if you go ahead and finish with UB prime, then it actually like basically leaves the entire cube solved, because moving this edge up to here and then attaching it to this center once it's over there will like be good. So that doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'll just show you what the solution looks like. And then it's just this. On number 10, it seems obvious to do this 2-move V, but the move that creates this block can also make a pseudo V here, which you can then cancel into ML3 if you really want to go through and do that, but I'm not showing it because a solution I prefer is to solve tips, then insert this edge down here, which then allows you to finish a V like that, and then insert that. So that's an 8-move body. On number 11, I did a blue V, but if you imagine it's a green V for a second, then you can see you can do U prime or IUR prime to solve this edge. Those same moves will move this here to be solved, so then you can do a V and one more move with an L, which will actually solve this edge, leaving you with a sledge. So I'll do it from this angle and do it like this, sledge U prime. I really want to show number 12 because when you have this V case, there are 2 solutions. You can either go like RU and then insert it like that, or you can like do this to solve that and then do UL. So I usually pick which one has a better case, and in this case, this one gives you a solved edge there, but I actually held it like this. So I went B, U, R, B prime, U prime, R prime, and did this. So that was a pretty good cancel, I think. On number 13, I did yellow, and as you can probably imagine, I started off by matching this to here and then doing an R move like that. But rather than just inserting this, what I did instead was canceled into doing like another R move, and then inserted this into the back, which solved this edge, and then gave me a nice finish. So it looks like this, and then just this. On number 14, it seems pretty obvious to either do this red V that gives you a nice L3E, or do like R, U prime to make that block, and then that. But actually, if you use this edge instead, then you can do a U move, then do the L prime, B prime, L trigger, and then if you do LR, it leaves you with this. But you can actually cancel into this weird ML3 that goes like this. I wouldn't usually recommend that alg, but when it cancels nicely, it's handy to know. And finally, solve 15 is a very, very easy scramble, so you'll probably find something really good. But what I would do is from this angle, you have another kind of situation where you can do like U, R, U prime, R prime to attach this edge to like a spot down here. And then once you do that, it's actually just that to solve it. So I would do tips at the beginning and then do the cancellation. But yeah, that shows the essence of the solution. Thank you for watching.
Okay, 150. So it's a pretty obvious that you can do a 2-move V because you have this, and then that makes this block, and then you can either do the R prime before and then get an easy case, or wait, you could either do it before or after. And here I noticed that after doing an R prime, you can already just insert this, and it just lets you finish because you already have this set up and all these pieces are fine. So you can just do that, and then you can still do the last move. And I'd like to see how many moves that skips. I think it does. So if you do, for example, instead if you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 moves, but the way I did it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 moves. So it's pretty interesting. Okay, so real quick, I want to show you another way you can use out of order solutions. So on the scramble, you have a V that goes like that, and then you can cancel into the ML40. So it's basically 2 moves, and then you can do that part. But if you noticed, when you do the first 2 moves of the V before the cancellation, you can see that these 2 edges stay in the same spot. So this means you can do it again out of order. So you can solve them like an ML40 beforehand, and then it's just 3 more moves and then AUF. Okay, 153. On this scramble, we have this sort of edge block along with a twisted center, so that kind of makes me think to look for TL40s, so maybe like that, but neither of these cases are good. I also noticed you could do U prime R prime here, and then just solve the B thing like that, and then cancel into that case, which is pretty good. But what I ended up going with was on yellow. It's a similar sort of thing. So it's like tips, L, and then if you insert this into here, see it matches them up, and then you just get a hedge with the U prime AUF. Okay, this is pretty easy, but I'll do it anyway. Okay, oh my god, I'm so bad. So that was a 180, but I want to try again anyway, because that's a really nice scramble. Okay, 139, still not good at all. So, right off the bat, you have this huge solved bar, and then you also have this. There's not really a great way to make use of it, but it's already a pseudo, but it's not a good case. And the best way of that should be pretty obvious, because any way of inserting these 2 edges is a lot of moves. You can just tell by how they're aligned, whereas the red-yellow can just be inserted like that, and then you get a really nice case. So yeah, should have been way faster than 180. Oh my god, okay, this is already not a good average because I got a 201 plus 2. You can do a 2-move V or 3-move V because you have this. So on the yellow V, you can go like that, and then get this okay case, or good case, I guess. Or on here, you can go like this, and then get a nice ML for you, I guess. But what I went with, which might not be as good even, but I don't know, I already did it. So you could, so what I did was I noticed that this, if I go like that, it'll set up like this. So I could just insert, and then I get an easy L3E on the side. but I'm beginning to think there might be something better, so what I think I was just looking. So if I go like this, and then I don't know, maybe like that, or just like that. No, that's a lot of moves though. I would recommend like this. I don't know. Okay, let's just do the last solve. There's not that much on the scramble, but what I went for was green. So if you just do prime R, U, L prime, you're basically inserting this edge into its spot, and then it sets this one up, and then it gives you this really nice L4, which you can do from this angle like this. So that was my 164.
Hi, I'm Jules. I'm going to do some example solves. These themselves I've got over the past couple of weeks, and I'll break them down for you. I think they're pretty cool solves, pretty cool solutions, pretty fast solves as well. So let's get into it. This is the first one. This is a move that out of the way. This was a 128. The obvious solution is to do the 2-move V on green by just matching this edge up to here and bringing it down. You could even do some ML for E. Oh wait, sorry, like that. If you felt like you really wanted to avoid the B moves. But another thing you can notice is that there's also a 1-move pseudo V on yellow by just doing an R prime here. Makes this pseudo V, and it gives you the same case, different angle, and it allows you to cancel into the alg. So fully together, it looks like this. I'll do that one more time. So the alg goes like this. Well, you'll do that, but like that, and then AUF, and then fix the pseudo V. Pretty cool. Yeah, so let's just get on to the next one. So this scramble isn't very good. There isn't many, not much good stuff on it really. There's this block which might give you hope that there's some good stuff, but there kind of isn't. I see that you can do like this kind of weird V into free cycle like that. Just seeing that now and looking for other stuff, but other than that there isn't much. But the solution that I did to get a 161 was if you do an R here, you can do RB prime R prime, and that will give you 1 move away from V, like that. Gives you a hedge. And what I decided to do was you can do an alg that will cancel a lot of moves from this angle. So the alg goes like, the alg goes like this, and that cancels a lot of moves with this. So you can just do tips, and then do R, and then R, B prime, and then just flip this edge, and then do U, and it's solved. Pretty cool solution. Here's the next one. This is a 135, pretty good solve. There isn't very much on it. So if, like, this might look like you can do a sledge, but you can't do a sledge. You won't solve both edges. You can solve an edge in 3 moves. You could do, I'm looking at this, you could do that. Just do an insert, it's pretty good. Just trying things off a whim. Oh, miss scramble. What am I doing? here we go. I had tips. There. So what I actually did was, there's another pseudo V. You can do it by doing a B here. It sets up so that you can do an R, B, R prime, or not R, B, R prime, L prime, B, L. Here, so you do B prime and R, B prime, R prime. Oh, B prime, L prime, B, L. And it gives you a very good case. It's other side. This one. Very fast. And you can do it and cancel again. Cancel a lot of moves into the alpha E, alternative alpha E for this one, which is like this. Quite fast as well. So I did tips and went like this. L prime, R prime, U, L, R, U prime, L prime. So together that looks like this. Oh wait, no. Oh, whoops. I'll do it again. If you do the grip, if you pick up weird, it can be re-gripless. Like that. So that's it. These are my 3 solves. Hope you thought they were cool. I think they're cool. I see stuff like this somewhat often. With the pseudo V's, with doing like the L prime BL pseudo V's. I see those somewhat often. In fact, I think I did one in my PR average. But these are pretty cool. I don't think many people do a lot of pseudo V's in their solves, but it is very useful. So yeah.
Okay, so for this scramble, there's a 4-move yellow V, and it can be done by doing tips, and then UR, which solves this center and then solves this edge, and then U prime B prime, which just finishes off the V, and that leaves you with a really easy L4E. Next, you have a very interesting scramble. There's 2 different ways you could do the V. You could do RL prime, which will leave you with this case, or you could do L prime R, which leaves you with this case. And this case is much better than this case, so we're going to do RL prime. Doing that on here, RL prime, and then you have this case, and you can do an alternate L4E alg, which is just an inverse of the standard, and it goes like that. And it saves an AUF over the normal way, which is why I did it. This is the last scramble, and it can be done by doing, from this angle, you could do tips U, L prime, B prime, or you can eliminate B moves and save an extra move doing MO free instead of L free by doing U, R prime, L prime, and then this ML4E alg, which has no AUF. So yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Davide Arnesano. I'm a Pyraminxer from Italy. I'm the current national champion and national record holder for Pyraminx average with a time of 1.96 seconds. Today I'll be doing 5 example solves, so let's get started. This is the first scramble. On this scramble I see 2 solutions, both 4-mover V's on the yellow. So the first one is you do U prime to solve this and this block at the same time, and then solve the yellow centers in the only order that doesn't break these 2 blocks. So R prime, B, and R. And I see this L3 case. For this case, you can pretty much always cancel, especially if the V solution ends with an R or an L. In this case, the last move is R, so you can cancel very easily. instead of doing something like R2 U R, or like R prime U R prime, a much better cancellation is just do U R prime, and then basically you solve this last two edges case with the unsolved edge on the right side, like this. The other V solution I found on yellow is this one. From this angle, you do first an L to create this block, and then a U prime to create this other block. You insert this one, and you insert the other one. You can see that this V solution cancels as well in L4. So instead of doing the last R prime, you do U R prime, and then solve the L3. This is the next scramble. First thing I notice is these two blocks, 1 and 1. Building a yellow V is not very easy because this center is unsolved, and it will take 3 moves to solve the center, and you will still have the last edge, so it's not the best. But the green V is much better. You can do 3 moves to insert this piece here by doing R prime U prime R. You create a block here, and you do a B to finish. You can also see that these 3 moves solve this edge, so you're left with an easy L4. This is the third scramble. The only good solution I see here is a 4-mover V on the yellow side. Basically, you solve this center with an R. Then you do U and L prime. Both solve these 2 edges, like this. And you solve the second center as well. Then you do a B to insert the block and finish the V. And there's this distal 4 case. Not bad, but not great as well. This is the fourth scramble. First thing I notice is this block, but actually the first V I see is the red one, which is a 5-mover. You solve first this center by doing a L. Then you connect this edge here to create a block, and then since the other edge is here, you insert this one with R, B, R prime, but it breaks this block. There's 2 ways actually to preserve that block. The first way is to do a U at the start of the solve, because when you're doing R, B, R prime, this edge is here and it's not affected. The other way, it's much easier. You do the same starting 2 moves, and you insert this one with R prime, B, R. The edge goes here and it's not affected. You have a sledge. But actually there's a 4-mover V on the yellow side, which goes like this. B, R, to create these 2 blocks, and then L, R. It's not very easy to finger trip though, because you will need a very bad grip here. So the best way I can think of is by executing the V on this side, which is better for execution, and also you have a nice handle for it. This is the last scramble. At first sight, this one is not a very good scramble, because there's no obvious V. The solution on this one is pretty weird, but it's not bad. Basically, this scramble is 2 moves to a 6 flip, and while in 3x3 the super flip is not good, in Pyra the 6 flip is actually a 9-mover. So you do L, U prime R for 3 times. You can also do it righty and not lefty, and it solves the 6 flip. So here, the 2 moves to set up this for the 6 flip are R prime, L prime. You can cancel the first move and go directly in the alga by doing R prime, U prime R, and then L, U prime R, L, U prime R, UAF, and the pre-solved.
So on this scramble I did red, so obviously tips at the start, and then you can solve these two pieces into this center, like this. So all you need to do to make the V with solving these pieces is do an R move at some point to solve this center. So I can't do it now because it's going to break up this. I could do the R move now, that solves it. I could do the R move here, or I could do the R move here. So that's 3 solutions to one look, but it's worth it because when you one look all the solutions, you see that this one is the best one, because if you do the R move here, then it's just an insert like that. So on this scramble, there's a few 3-move Vs that you can look at. So on green, you can do this piece into there, this, and it gets you this case, which is not amazing. But you can also solve this piece into here, like this. But if you notice, you got this solve piece here. So if you do this move first, then you're going to break up this solve piece when you solve in this piece. So you can instead do this move first to not break up that solved piece. So I'd hold it like this, this move first, then that, and then just that insert. So on this scramble, there's a couple of things that you can look at. So you can do this piece into here, so like a green V, solving like that. And you can also obviously kind of do this move before or after this U move, so you could do it like that as well. But either way, it doesn't get you an amazing case. So instead, you can, on the red V, solve this piece into here, so like that. And it gets you this case, which is not usually amazing, but because you've been holding it from this angle, you do an ML4E, which is pretty nice. On this scramble, there's a couple of 3-movers that you can have a look at. So the first one is this blue one. So I'd hold it like this, I'd move this piece up into there, and then move that piece in. And here, the case that gets you is this case, which is pretty nice. And you can also cancel, because you'd be moving this down, then moving that up, so you can just go like that. But the other 3-mover actually gets you a marginally nicer case, I think. So if you do it on the red side instead, so you do it like this, so you move this piece into there, and then this back piece and then it gets you this case, which is just an insert. So on this scramble, there's a 4-move red V, solving this piece and this piece into here. So basically it's like that, and it solves this. But I'd hold it like this when I was actually doing it, because this ML4E case is just like, I don't like it, it's very bad. So what I would do instead is I'd hold it like this, and do like that, and that's a bit awkward to execute, but it's like, gets this really nice case, so I do it like that.